I'm doing some work in my yard this morning, and I noticed it's time to clean out my goldfish pond. The water is getting a little bit murky, and probably 4 times a year we clean out the filter of the pump. So that's what we'll be working on this morning. My filter is here under this beautiful fake rock, so we'll just move this aside. First thing we have to do is we have to turn off the pump. It's right back here. And this is a Sunterra. The water comes in, filters, the water goes back out. So we just have to open it. Now that the latches are all undone, just bring this straight up. We can see the water is nasty. We got to clean that out. There are several parts that we want to make sure that we have. One is this large O-ring. Let's stick that there on this chair. And then there are 2 filters. There's a coarse filter, which we are going to put on this chair here. And there's a smaller foam filter that we are going to put also on this chair to clean off. And then down below that we have a series of plastic balls which catch the gunk as well. And so now I have all the plastic balls, and I have all the filters ready to be cleaned. It is fairly nasty. Probably should have cleaned it out about a month ago, but you know, you get to it when you can. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take our garden hose, and we're going to use that to begin to rinse off these filters. Now, tap water will kill pond fish, and so we're just using this to clean the filters and the plastic parts, and then we will rinse those off very good. We'll let them dry. Very little tap water will come into the pond itself. So you can see now we've cleaned out the sponge filter. It's very nice. The coarse filter now looks like new. All of the filtering balls are cleaned out on both sides, but we're not done yet. Now we're going to clean out the filter itself. What I like to do is to spray everything off, fill this up with water, then I bail out the dirty water, put it here in my ground cover. My ground cover is doing so well because this is, again, very rich fertilizer. The basin itself is now fairly clean, and so the next step is we're going to clean out these lines. One goes in, one goes out, and these become full of algae and muck as well. And so we're going to clean these also. But we're going to unscrew both of them, and we are going to clean them out. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to take my garden hose, and I'm just going to shoot water. You can see how there's gunk in there. I'm going to shoot water through there. So here we go. Okay. Alright, you getting that turning clear?
Ew.
See all the bad water? We want to clean these hoses out until it runs clear. Alright. Alright, is it running nice and clear?
Yep.
Okay, to put it back together, first we take this, I'll start from the bottom and work up. This bottom element just sets in there. And then we take all of the balls, and these are going to go down these holes. They are the last defense of the gunk, as a lot of it falls to the bottom and is caught inside those plastic balls. They all have to be down inside. There can't be any sticking up. So you have to watch that some of them don't float back up. So, good. Next we take the foam filter. And that just sets right in there. And then we take the coarse filter. It's just about dry. It sets on top. Now it's ready for the water to come through. So the next thing is just to merely screw these back on. So try to remember which one came. And they can just be hand tightened. If you have a little plumber's tape on there, it helps because you don't want it to leak at all. Okay, so we've got these back on. Now we take that O-ring that we started out with, and this is going to go on the bottom. It's going to go around the edge. Okay, now we're putting the top back on the filter. Make sure all of the latches fully extended, and then this has to go straight down. Okay, push it down nice and snug, and then these snap back into place. Sure everything's tightened up. All right, now I'm going to go plug it back in, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, now. Okay, now we're going to let the pond filter for a couple hours, then we'll come out and see if it's all cleaned up. Well, it's been a couple hours, Fish Pond. Let's go take a look and see if it looks cleaner or not. Look at that. Crystal clear water.